And we're here. Right. Okay. Mario, what are you doing?
Properties. Trust me. Click on that. Just anything else, and back to it.
There it goes. Hey, technical difficulties fixed. Staring. Okay, so I think we are actually ready to start here. Hello, my name is Kyle. I think I've showed up on one of these streams. And today I'm going to be playing Layers of Fear, the Legacy Edition on Switch. Yes, Brent. Yeah. So, spoiler alert, I have played this game before, so I am not going to get all spooked out by it. But I really wanted to play something that that I liked and that I could talk about. And this falls right into that category. Sorry. Figuring out everything to make sure it is good. That should be perfect. So this game, Layers of Fear, is a horror game. The general synopsis of it is that you are an artist whose family has run on hard times. And throughout this game, it's just going to kind of take you through what this guy's kind of been going through in making his latest art piece, his magnum opus. I personally like the game because when it originally came out, and this was quite a few years ago now, it was incredible. Like, graphically speaking and story-wise.
Lost. Alone.
Just
Hopeless.
What's up?
You probably deserve it.
Are you just going to disable those so that they're not in the
There
way?
is still a way. A way to bring it all back.
Oh, hilarious.
The one precious thing you ever truly desired.
The one precious thing. Truly desire.
Finish it.
do you want that there?
Yeah, I can say there. Well, let me see how the screen works with it.
Because I can.
Oh, girl. Stop. Give me 2 seconds. Eyeball. Disables it. What are your text here and the header? Yes. I think it's that one. Yeah, that's the one I want on. Okay. I think that's actually pretty okay. Yeah, I'm not taking up too much of the screen. Yeah, we'll live with it. Thank you. Sorting out all of our technical difficulties at the moment, because this is my first stream going solo here. As we were just set up for Andy. Just a little bit of tweaks. So yeah, like I was saying, this game when it first came out was just graphically amazing for the technology at the time. Pretty much everything in here was made by scratch, because I know that a lot of I believe they use Unreal for this, but I'm not exactly sure. I should have looked that up a little bit beforehand, but they essentially made all of these assets from scratch. Like, everything that you're seeing here was created in a 3D modeler, including the creepy baby pictures. We'll be seeing a lot of those. So, what I really enjoy about this is there's a lot of items you can interact with. And, game, you haven't told me what the interact button is. There we go. And it is a fully lit and 3D modeled item. And there's a whole lot of those in the game. Some of them story relevant, some of them don't mean anything. And some of them are just for fun. But like, the level of detail and just the level of professionalism that was put into this as an indie title was always really impressive to me. So this game is all about atmosphere. And that's something I really love in a horror title. Because I'm not a fan of excessive gore or anything like that. It just kind of... It feels like gore to me, blood, all that kind of stuff is just kind of a cheap get out. Like a cheap tactic for creators to use in a horror title, because I get what you're going for, but like there's more interesting ways to tell a story than just throwing blood on a screen. And that's kind of what I really like about this, is through your own exploration and essentially through what you personally want to do in the game, you can essentially know as much or as little as there is to find. I also kind of really enjoy this because I don't know if you can see my hands actively. The Switch version, I haven't played this on this before. Yes, like demons. So many demons. The Switch version actually uses motion controls for like pulling in and out the cabinets and opening and closing things, which I love little touches like that. Just like they didn't have to incorporate the system's hardware into this game, but they've done it so beautifully. Like even just throwing this thing around, moving it around is done through the 6-axis controls, and that is so slick. I just really enjoy that. And the fact that it's so seamless too. Oh, so here we have a nice little note on our art room. You can see from all the paint, quote unquote, on it. What does our note say? Sir, I didn't touch the workshop just like you asked, although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office. Have a nice day. The game's nice enough in case you can't read the scrawl to give you just a nice bolded text. Okay. So, just can't get in there. It's unfortunate. I really want to go work on my art piece. Thank you. So we're gonna go up to the office after opening a couple more doors. Oh no. Basements are always bad ideas. Don't go in basements. Yes, close. Goodbye. I said close. Yes. So, as I explained earlier, the big piece of this game is you are an artist working on your magnum opus inside our workshop that is locked. And throughout the game, you will have to go around this house here to find the different materials you're going to need for it. And while doing that, you get to discover a little bit about our character here and the struggles he has to go through. Apparently that includes rat traps. Ooh. Got a rat problem? Call us now on... And forget about... Oh my god. Get out of here. Why do you need to be discreet in pet control? Like... Okay. I mean, if you feel like you need to be. Can't miss 4-way rat trap. Looks a little, rusty. Okay, I can't activate the traps. I was gonna say I would get really spooked out if I walked in here and suddenly all the traps go off. Brent, I'll come over there and get behind you. Make you look out. Yes. What do we got here? Nothing. 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 Oh, this is a note for us. Oh, this is an angry note. I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. We live in the same house, for God's sake! Exclamation point. Come talk to me when you're done, before you go to sleep. Ooh. Whoever sent that was angry, and they probably don't have text messages, so they probably don't have a way of texting. But they should get phones. Just a little more meandering around. It's rude. Who doesn't turn the water off? Seriously, guys. What kind of... We don't live in a pigsty. Yeah. I am. I think there... Okay, there's not a crouch button. I could have sworn there was, but that is A-okay. Oh. Because Spoopy is more accurate. No, Spoop. All of the Spoop. Oh. Rat poison! Man, we really hate the rats. And fuck those little things. Like gerbil cousins. Oh, that's just as far out as it goes. Okay. Oh, what's this? Bloody bandages. Ooh. Why are you in the drawer? Why weren't you cleaned? Who does the housework around here? Gosh. Alright. Let's stop futzing around in the bathroom. So, a funny little note about that note, talking about our knee prosthetic, our character, if you watch really closely, has a limp. You can even hear him, like, thumping around, which I think is a lovely attention to detail that they don't just outright tell you. They make you find a reason why, oh, why is my camera kind of thumping like that? I think that's adorable. I think that's really great storytelling. Thank you, Andy. Spoopy is adorable, and it's accurate. Oh, wait. What's our dog's name? Please, motion controls. I know you're not the best, but... What does it say? Popgle? It's a weird name for a dog. Okay. Man, drapes just coming down the walls. What is going on in this place? Alright, so let's go find our office to get this started. Kitchens are bad areas. We don't want to go in kitchens. Alright. Oh, there is a like, faster hobble button. Makes me go just a little bit quicker. That'll help. Oh, wait. Let's look at all of the terrible artwork. Oh, that big smile. Oh, yes. Haunt my nightmares. Okay, so back to the office. Oh. There was a noise. Noises are bad. Is that an actual area over there, or is that just a mirror? Oh no, it's a full... Oh. So Arcade Bear, we all do have, like, computers. So it is within the realm of feasibility of us actually playing something MMO-esque or something on computers. I own Overwatch, but personally I don't play a lot of it anymore because the community was just awful, to be honest. But there's definitely other games that we could talk about. Toxic, yes. Toxic's a great word for it. Accurate. Yeah. And it was unfortunate because the game wasn't terrible. It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't terrible. Oh. That looks suspicious. Let's just ignore that for the moment. Been working all night. Don't wake me up. Yeah. It's always the unfortunate part, because even if you're with friends, a lot of the times you still get rolled by people who are just either cheating or have no life and just play that. Oh. Hey, I like that song. But yeah, so like, I was actually considering playing this on PC, because I owned it on PC first, and obviously the Switch is great, but it's not the most graphically intensive. That's fair. The cheating was a bigger issue when the game first came out, but it's not a huge one anymore. The new face of music. A night the opera becomes a night to remember. Oh, I think this is talking about my character's wife. Hilarious. But yeah, I was actually considering playing Dauntless instead of this. I actually had a couple games I was going to play instead of this. I was very indecisive on what my first dream game was going to be. But I talked about this one a lot in the couple streams I was in before this, because it's a game that I really enjoy and one that I really want to talk about, just for the sheer impact it had on me thinking about like design and storytelling in games. So like, it's definitely not outside the possibility of playing one of those online games. It just really depends on, oh, my cane. I would like that, please. Can I take it with me so I can walk? No. No. No, that's a no. Unfortunate. Love you. Aw, sweet. Also, somebody broke their mirror. It's very unfortunate because this is a very pretty room that doesn't reflect me. Okay. Oh. Somebody has a problem. But yes, this first area of this game really helps to kind of give you an idea of what this character's life at home was kind of like. Because I don't think any of this is truly like him coming here and physically seeing all of this. A lot of this is representative of the stuff that has happened to him or the stuff that he's going through. So, like, seeing the house in disrepair and, like, things are kind of working and then stop. Seeing all of these, like, heirlooms, like this, obviously this ring, which has a gigantic sapphire in it, is just left in this discarded drawer with the vanity that's completely blown out. Like, it all still tells a story to itself of what's been going on so far. But all your character's motivation is right now is to, okay, can you close? Oh no, it doesn't like that bottle in the corner, I think. I can't get it out though. Yeah. But it all tells a story of what's been going on before you arrived, like on the scene, you as the player. And I enjoy that kind of storytelling that doesn't intrinsically tell you everything. It lets you figure it out. So speaking of figuring it out, welcome to the office. Which is babyface, calm down. Is that one's eyes following me? Oh my god, they are. I hate it. Look. So this is our office. Could definitely use a decorator, because this place is not the coolest. I hate that picture. Okay. Oh, and our drawers are just, like, blown out. Sweet. Alright, so we've got another small note here. Oh, aggressive. My dear friend, let me ask you one simple question. Have you completely lost your goddamn mind? I know you're going through some rough times right now, I really do. That's why I've agreed to let you do those illustrations in the first place. For old time's sake, I even deliberately gave you a trivial task, because I expected Little Red Riding Hood to be something you can draw in your sleep. What I didn't expect is to get this demented nightmare fuel you submitted for a kid's bedtime story. There is no way in hell I'm using this, and I already regret agreeing to a payment in advance. Please get your shit together. God, this guy is aggressive, but obviously we're going through some shit, because whatever we gave him he did not like. Pick up our key and read our other note. I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you tonight. It's all about you and me. Let's make it special. And a rebuttal of you promised. Oof. So, obviously we're a bad person because we don't keep our promises. And, oh, here's our nightmare fuel. Yes. Oh, that is nightmare fuel. Oh, wow. So I could see why somebody might be upset. You're right, Brent. I did promise. It's okay. So let's go down to our workshop after looking at that wonderful murder fuel. Yeah, that's just fine. Oh, look. It's a children's room. Nothing bad ever happens in a children's room with dolls in it. I love how this one is really sassy, like, stop looking at my skirt. And then the one right next to it is completely naked. Like, calm down. Oh, look. There's one too many bears. Alright. We have some... That's totally fake fruit because we haven't been in this house in months, I bet. Aw. What do we have here? The little tin soldier. Yeah. Somebody's toy. I don't know whose. They're not here anymore. I have no idea why that would be. Ooh, and this is a rattle. Aw, so this is obviously like a nursery. If you hadn't gathered that from the crib. And a picture of the dog. Although that's not the dog. That's just a dog. Open? No. Okay, let's get on to the spoopy parts. Because this preamble's nice, and it's really cool, but it's not what we're here for. I love how the door just closes behind you. Then you have stuff like this to look forward to. Yes. So this is the acclaimed workshop. I think the assumption is that all of these like nightmare fuel pictures are your own designs. Although it never explicitly says that. And yeah. There's definitely some ink going on here. Artwork. Those actually look kind of normal. I'm just stepping on stuff. Yes, thank you. Would like to look inside my ink box. Alright. So this would be the magnum opus. Wonderful. Okay. So, this game is played out through 6 chapters. As we unlock each chapter, one of these drawers will open with the item that we use to create more of the painting. This is something you figure out after you do the first bit, because one of these opens up and it gives you a little preamble to it. And I believe before every chapter you get this little message. Lost, you deserve it, finish it. Not much to go off, just like the painting so far, but let's get on our way. Do one of my favorite little gimmicks in these games. Open a door to a room that wasn't there before. And then it closes behind you and locks itself. So like I said, I've played these games before, so I'm not going to be spooked out by a lot of stuff. Maybe like some miscellaneous sounds, or if any dolls start running at me, but this game definitely has a way of telling its story by making you explore the area rather than just strictly telling you what's going on. Oh. See? Like that. That was great. Little jump scare just to get you started, get your feet wet. You can't open this back up, unfortunately, because I didn't get to read what that said, but let's see. I think we actually just go back through the door. Yeah, and it's another room that we weren't in before. Gasp. It's almost like a recurring theme. What's in your eyes? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Going in circles. Maybe if you drank less, that might help. I mean, just guessing. Most of the time you know where you're going if you're sober. And the door closes. Okay, so what we're looking for in here, I believe is going to be in either one of these. Oh, here we go. Save the date. Request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday the 9th of June at St. Luke's Chapel at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Obviously has some distinction to it. Wedding card. Doesn't, all of the names are scratched out, so you don't really know who it's for, but I think we'll find out as we go. Ooh, there's the spooky noises. So that's something else this game does that I really enjoy. So if you're not sure of something, you wander around long enough, you kind of nudge your way towards this box, it starts speaking to you. As any sane person starts hearing voices, you know. Just as an incorporation of a hint system, which I love. Ooh. Yes! Yes, I love it. I thought one of you guys did something, but I guess not. So our passcode is 485, as we've discovered. Being forced to watch some grotesque artwork work. So let's figure out what's inside this box. Da-na-na-na. The past holds back. Look closer. Oh, speaking of the ring.
The most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
And this, I think, is, again, amazing storytelling. You have this ring, you saw it earlier when I was messing around in the bedroom. And it's just this piece, and it has a little bit of story to it that it tells you about. Not specifically anything, more of like a line. And then we have progress. And so I don't want to say this game is built around jump scares, but it definitely uses that kind of, that feeling of not knowing what's coming next to its advantage, to manipulate you into doing what it wants. You've been snooping around my workshop again. For the last time, you're not allowed in that room. Even if the door happens to be open, I forbid it. This is your last warning. Next time, you'll have to look for a new job. I don't like the fact that you're just rocking here. Oh, and it stops. Does it start? Okay. Doors. And close. Ooh. That's not a painting. That is not a painting. Let's go look at the not a painting. Oof. I actually forgot about that. It's a fucking trapdoor. That's hilarious. And then you have to, like, search your way through this dark with all these paintings. Ah, God, I love this. Oh, light switch? Hey. Hey. Wonderful. And this is what I mean, because that was literally there when you came down here, or when I was just over here. Like, that's the part that makes me so excited about these kind of games and this kind of storytelling. Very much that show don't tell portion of it. Because yes, it's scary, but like, it feels like everything you're doing has a purpose to it. Even if I just come up these stairs, like, you're not exactly missing anything, but you're gaining more by looking around. So you definitely heard that down here, I assume. Down the rabbit hole. It's a nice little touch. Down the rabid hole. Dead mice. We do hate us some mice. So I don't know what all that noise was, because all this stuff is just as it was. So let's shamble our way back upstairs and see what's going on. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Oh! That's not frightening. Does that deer have... It's paint. It's totally paint, not blood. So this is not the same... Oh, hey! Our friend is back. Hi. Stop looking... Oh my god, I hate it. I hate that eye effect where the things are still staring at you. I love it, but I hate it. Okay. So, I know there's... Oh, it's on the other side of this. It's so spooky, because it's almost like you can hear the walls moving. And then you get this stuff. Like, this is such a simple effect. It's two images, one laid over the other, but it gives such a haunting feeling to it. And, like, all of them are done like that. And it just makes... It gives off the impression that something is wrong. Which that one was. Paint deep lies.
Now, a tiny bit to the left.
Ooh.
Yes, just like that. Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
Well, that totally sounded like a serial killer, but we do get a little glimpse into... I'm not that round. Girl, you have no curves. What are you complaining about? Look at this. You are a stick. We get our first look into, we presume, our character's wife. Who is definitely a classic beauty. And as we keep going in here, like that, the fireplace sound. Big old picture. Oh no. That sounded like mice, not a fireplace. Oh no. Wait, the mice are just running into the fire. Everything's coming for me, Brent. Like this picture. Can we turn no, we can't. And when we turn around, Yep. And it's almost like that because you know something's going to happen. It's already introduced that fact to you. But the way that it pulls it off is still just so seamless, and it's very satisfying when a gag like that gets you. When it's just like, you turn around and it's just books stacked. And there's nothing strange about that. But there is. Oh. Oh. And then there's something like this, because this picture before did not have these brown lines to it, or the black ones. And everything just kind of shifts itself into telling you a different story. Almost like, your mind's not quite right. Yep, there it goes. Alright, we have this little room here now. I don't think there's actually anything in here. But we'll check. Oh, hold on. You're a thing. Hey, in regards to your previous letter, I'm sure it's nothing to be too concerned about. Women tend to get weird after having a baby. Hormone imbalances and the like. Wow, it sounds like a very, boys will be boys conversation. When we had our first, I remember Valerie got the blues real bad. I would ask her what she wanted for lunch and she'd just burst into tears. Just be there for her and I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Now I know I promised not to rush you and by all means, enjoy your well-deserved time off. But just to let you know, oh god, that's such middle manager talk, I fucking hate it. I'm getting phone calls up the yin-yang, commissions left and right. You're a hot ticket, my friend. Maybe we should strike the iron while it's hot, but of course, the family comes first. Your friend and agent, Thomas Caldwell. So it sounds like you're taking some personal time to look after your newborn child. As we just learned, this is a rather new addition to your family. So we saw all the crib and stuff earlier. So, yeah. Let's keep on going down this rabbit hole. Click. Oh, I don't like that. Yep. And you see, it's giving that same noise like last time that it wants me to go through this door, so you know we're going to. It's going to happen. But it just wants to play with us for a minute. Let us listen to the sound effect and see what we think about it. Yes, all of the rapids. It's no longer spooky games, it's rapids. So we have one direction this way. One direction. And another this way. Oh, no we don't, never mind. Once you open one, apparently it locks the other. It's good to know. Oh. Paprika. Yes, everybody needs a full jar of paprika. That doesn't look like paprika to me. I call into question your paprika. Oh. That's hilarious. That one's not even a full container. Anyways, moving forward. We get some very torn up area here. Ooh. Pantry. Maybe a cellar of some sorts. In the middle of our house. I'm sure that's fine and normal. So we have our door here. And some more broken bottles. Huh. Must hurt limping through that. Oh. First step is the hardest. That's usually an addiction thing, I think. Oh. Oh, fuck. Nothing bad happens in the kitchen. Okay. Let's find something bad that happens in the kitchen. Oh. Oven, Yeah. Good. Nothing so far. I say as... Oh. Bye, Apple. What's up with you? Oof. That is some good sound effects to just make you really creeped out. Oh my.
First, I'd look for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
Yes. So, here's our first painting material. The canvas. Ah, yes. To the door. Hey, open up. And that ends chapter 1. We walk over to the painting here. And we add... Definitely not skin, it's canvas. We add our new addition. Flamingos. I always thought this piece looked weird. It looks like bloody flamingos to me. Even though I know it's not what it's supposed to be. But it just looks so much... It's just, you know... Yeah. Anyways, so... That opened up our first cupboard. And lets us... revisit our reward. In all its glorious fleshness. It also gives us the little excerpt that we said when we picked it up, which I think is nice because this game is designed to be played through multiple playthroughs. So to be able to go back and go, oh, right, this was the context of what just happened. So, shapeless dreams. With that all done, we have a couple new notes. Deep breaths. Remember, you're a professional. It's just the first few strokes, then you're over the hump. What's so hard about it? So it seems like our artist was suffering from something akin to a writer's block, having like an art block. Ow. Where did you come from? Oh, I know what this is. This keeps track of our collectibles. Once we find one, here we go. And then we have, I haven't picked up any red drawings. Okay. So, yes. And, as we continue, we get a couple more letters on our little note here. So as we flesh out more of the game, flesh out more of the game, that was terrible. As we continue to play, we're going to be building this, our maximum opus here, our piece of artwork. And discovering, well, what's wrong with us. Because that's a lot. Alright, so chapter 1 was complete there. It doesn't say so, but it is. And we will be continuing on to chapter 2. Seeing the many forms that this house can take to pretty much make us die. Yes, I would like clothes, please. Here we go. So we're going up. because you never want to go down. That's a pretty good one. Past catches up, as it always does. And then we have our exit. So that's, I like this because it seemed like another little choice that you can make that wasn't really your choice. Like, it gives you the option that you might be able to go down, but it doesn't let you. It's the same no matter which way you go. And I think that's a very interesting design choice, because giving the player the option, one way or another, I think is very important, because it makes you think about what you could have done if you'd chosen the other option. It's another aspect of that fear that really gets to you, because it's like a loss of control. So, all of these doors are locked, except this one's now open. And there's just a bunch of paintings. We're just gonna close that. There's nothing strange about them at all. In fact, we've seen quite a few of them already. So, we have a key. If we open this, we have a letter. Dear Sir, while I can certainly understand that you are upset and I have nothing but sympathy for your wife and yourself, I must categorically state that I do not wish to receive any further correspondence from you in this matter. Any skin graft procedure is extremely complicated and inherently associated with the risk of failure. Having stated that, I assure you that me and my colleagues at St. Anne have made every effort to ensure a positive outcome for your wife. Okay, so we have some new details here. Our character's wife needs a skin graft for some reason. Personally speaking, I believe we have done the best job possible considering the extent of tissue damage. You are, of course, entitled to your opinion, and I can certainly understand your disappointment. What I do not understand is how you seem to think writing hateful letters to me or my fellow doctors will ameliorate the situation. I don't know if I said that right. I probably didn't. That's okay. As I've already stated, I can certainly understand you've been under a lot of stress as of late, and thus I will not press charges if you refrain from any further correspondence. Let me make it absolutely clear that I will not tolerate any further threats aimed at my staff, my family, or myself. If you wish to seek psychological help, I can have my assistant provide contact information for several specialists who would be more than competent to help you get through these hard times. Burn. With regards and best wishes for you and your wife, William H. Green, medical doctor. So, we have a medical doctor who's saying that essentially our character's wife's face is fucked for some reason and needs a skin graft. And now we have some music. As this hallway was silent before. Oh, this is an interesting touch. The elevator actually scooched down like a quarter foot, but you can no longer interact with it. That is a neat way of leaving it as a prop while still making it unaccessible. I like that. I like that it takes away the option from you. It also took away just about every other door. So our option is to come in here, where we see a piano player and a note.
Why did you stop? That dude was perfect. Honey, please, just a little longer. At least until I finish painting this one part. Oh, don't make me beg.
Alright, so we've seen these notes before again. These are something we saw in the house in the beginning. Little piece that we picked up. And we have a picture here that I assume would be his wife. As it slowly corrodes, burns away. Ooh. And this is really interesting because it's almost it implies that he took this painting of his wife, something that he cherished before, and then drew the flames over it. And then as you turn, let's try to leave. Ah, nothing new. Okay. So that's not so bad. But yes, so it heavily implies that there was some sort of accident with your wife, who is a operatic piano player. We saw a little clipping in the beginning of the game to suggest that she was a new buzz about the piano, or the opera scene. Ooh, and now we are hearing the sound of burning coming from behind this door. That, like, charcoaly sound. Can I come back through here? No, of course not. So I know I'm hearing it, but this has no doorknob on it. Ah. So I'm actually a little stumped here, because normally picture doesn't do anything. I can't go backwards, and there's... Oh, here's a door. I completely missed this one. Oh, yes, upstairs. So, as we delve deeper into madness... Ah! It's because the house is literally... Wait, is that a piano? No, it's just a bunch of chairs. Okay. But fire, nonetheless, which is the important piece. So, I don't see anything else to really notice in this room. But it does give the immediate suggestion after that whole piece with talking about your wife and her skin graft and all this stuff, suggesting she was in some kind of fire accident. That was a noise. Well, that's incredibly unsettling. Oh, right. I fucking hate dolls. They put them to such good use, though. They make it really creepy. Because, you know, dolls are inherently creepy just because they've been used in so many horror films before. But they definitely use that to lend towards some of the bits that they do. Oh. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, this path's blocked, so let's see what we can see in here. Wake up your mind. There's nothing else of note in the room. Oh, it's a little drawing desk. Makes sense. Alright, rat. Where'd you go? Obviously the rat trap is not working. Because you guys are everywhere. So that is actually a theme throughout this game as well, is the rats all over the place. And if I can ever find one here... They are also a source of consternation for our main antagonist here, our main character. Ooh, what do we have here? Warning signs. The following list lists a compilation of the most common symptoms of schizophrenia. While typically diagnosed between the ages of 15 and 25, the disorder is known to affect older patients as well. Note that these symptoms are not exclusive to schizophrenia and should be by no means treated as conclusive evidence of this particular affliction. In order to obtain a proper diagnosis, you should contact a qualified specialist, psychologist, or psychiatrist. Blank expressions, stares off into space, yes. Involuntary facial movements, yes. Insomnia, haven't noticed, in all caps, of course it is. Unusual gestures or postures always had that. God, this lady is a savage. I assume this is the wife making this out, because, yeah. Unable to experience joy from activities, definitely. Oof. Must have been not a fun time in bed. Depersonalization, what does that even mean? Awkward, clumsy movement might be from the accident. Another suggestion towards it. Prone to anger, resentment, more passive aggressive. Lack of motivation, yes. Suicidal tendencies. Question mark. So the real question is this something speaking about our character or his wife? Because it doesn't explicitly say one way or another. It uses no gendered terms either, so we don't know, because this game was made in the time that, you know, creators were still using all that shit. So we don't really know what's going on with it. We just know that somebody's definitely having some psychological thoughts about the other person. Personally, I think that leans towards our own character, considering we are skinning people for art supplies. Taking more than the shirt off their backs. Oh my god, you can spin the globe. I might just sit here and do this for a couple minutes because I love this. I love that the 3D assets they created actually work in the sense, in a realistic sense. Okay. Please. Nothing. Okay. Alright, so we are going to press forward into what looks like darkness. Everything is darkness. Okay. Oh. What the F happened there? God, I feel like the legacy version like changed some things because I'm not remembering half of these. But at the same time, I also haven't played it in quite a while. So the spoops are real. That's a picture. Man, I'm gonna have to figure out not to have 165? Not to have nightmare fuel after this, because, oof. Can't I just go out? Well, alright, we have a combination for some sort of lock. I didn't see any safe or anything, but, doesn't mean there isn't. 165, I should probably write that down. Oh, never mind. It did say 165, right? That doesn't really work on, yeah, 165. That doesn't exactly work on, like, that kind of safe. How's that supposed to work? Unless it means, like, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. No. The only other thing I could think is 1, 6, 5. Okay. So what do we have inside? We have a key. I guess that was required. Good thing we used our expert sleuthing skills to find this wonderful key. Wonder what it unlocks. I didn't remember there being a locked door. But I guess there was. Oh. Just a chair, you know, nothing odder. Oh. I don't like that chair anymore. So we're just going to close this behind us just in case spoopy things happen. So let's see what we got here. Alright, let's try this again. Finally managed to play a little, if banging on the keys awkwardly counts as playing. I won't lie, it drives me insane to not have full control of my fingers. In any case, I was promptly berated by my loving husband, who said I should be resting. I know he means well, but how will I ever get better if I don't work at it? Hey! James, thanks a lot for the favorite, or for the follow. That's what I'm looking for. Hey, Jimmy. We're getting very spoopy in this today. We are playing Layers of Fear, if y'all just joined us, which it looks like a couple people did. And I am just talking about the game a little bit, experience it, because I've played through it before, but it's been a couple of years, and it's a lot of fun to get spooked out a little bit. So right now we are on the second chapter. We're talking about our wife's fire accident, I believe. Hasn't been exactly overt in telling us, but it's been pretty good. So going back to this letter, the worst thing is, I could swear I smelled liquor on his breath. God, please not this again. So, as we just learned, our character is definitely a huge alcoholic. Also, this is very, very symbolic here. The knife in one arm and the two pieces broken, the arm and the leg. Because we know, again, this could be suggesting our character's wife or ours. There's no Slender Man in this one. The only thing we have to worry about is crazy woman. But this is honestly very good symbolism, because it could mean our own character who has the limp and could possibly be, you know, not in the sanest of minds as he's skinning people. Or it can mean our character's wife who had suicidal thoughts after being burned to the point where she can't play piano anymore. And it's very ambiguous. Well, that's true, but neither of you are behind me right now, so sounds like you got some Slender Manning to do. Nope. Start at the bottom. We started at the bottom, now we're here. And if I haven't checked in a minute, or said so in a minute, I really am enjoying the motion controls for this, for the fact that I can open and close a drawer by just moving the Joy-Con around. It's very satisfying, honestly, and like a very cool way to incorporate the system's hardware into this port of this game. Okay, oh right. This is another great one. So, we have this beautiful, immaculate room here. One of very few in this game that actually looks right and like nothing is wrong. And then we have a couple things on the walls. You can't really read any of them though, because they're backwards. And then we have this mirror that doesn't really look like a mirror, because you just kind of walk right through it. And you see what really was going on behind the walls. This is another one of those little tools I love about this game, because now it really is a mirror. Now it's like, nah, you only get one chance. But it's very introspective in that sense of, this is essentially what your character went through. Is everything looks fine on the surface, while underneath it's very not. We have a couple words here. It cannot be undone. I believe it's just that repeated like 4 or 5 times on here. It is kind of strange. This one's kind of glitching out. I feel like that's just a texture being drawn in wrong, but it's fine. I really have no complaints about this game because it's fantastic. So let's continue on here. Oh. Well, before we entered the room, that had a nice sunny glow to it. Now that we did, good dog. Yep. Oh, hold on. Which one of these has it in it? So you're a note. This is the note we saw at the beginning about how she's so sick and tired of talking through these notes. But the important piece... I know it's around here somewhere. It's not the matches, it's not that. See, I thought it was supposed to be on the picture itself. But it's not. So then what is this noise about? As far as I'm aware, this is supposed to be the end of this piece. And it sounds like it's trying to say something's here for us, but it's not showing us what it is. And I'd be really upset if the game just kind of like crashed with this aspect. But let's try continuing, see if it'll let us. It does let us move on. That's gonna bother me though. I'm gonna look at this a little bit longer. Because there's definitely supposed to be some sort of collectible here. Okay, we pull this fully out. None of these interactable. We pull this one out. And that one's interactable, but doesn't do anything for us. Stop it. Then we pull this one out. Oh, there we go.
Remember how you said it would be nice to have a cat so the baby could have someone to play with? Well, I just bought us a dog. Oh.
There you go. Hmm? Shrug. Yes. In case you guys don't know, I don't know if it's actually storming right now, but we had a essentially like gale force winds warning here. So if the stream just randomly goes down, you should good boy. You should probably expect us to just be out of power, even though that's very unlikely. But to answer your question, I don't plan on beating this game tonight. I'm definitely going to get a good ways into it, because there's not going to be too much more to do. I'm probably going to get through the 3rd chapter, and then I'll stop. Because these first 2 are taking a minute. But I do really like this game, and I do really like the themes that it presents. Especially speaking about like illnesses like schizophrenia is the big suggestion for our main character here. As for the cause of his insanity. Ah, yes. Which would definitely make sense with a lot of the things that are going on in this house. We have our distorted pictures again. I love this effect so much. It makes it seem so wrong in such a good way. Oh, the original's missing its eyes too. The opacity's just enough. That's so weird. I love it. Okay. This hallway seems familiar, kind of. Locked door. Locked door. No, this game will probably definitely be a 2-parter, if not 3, depending on how long I plan on streaming it. And after this, painting. Wonderful. Can I walk into you? No. Oh my god, this is my favorite gag in the whole game. So, this right here, what's happening is essentially, once you look away from a section, the whole room changes. It is my favorite thing about this whole game is that guy right there. Rats. Because I love that aspect of a room, essentially looking away from something in a room, and then the room itself changes. Wasn't built very sturdily. Lights, camera, action. But so this game actually does that particular trick with the room a second time, and it does it for a longer period, and it is one of my favorite things in any sort of horror experience. I'm sorry about what I said. Because it just gives you, it freely takes away, again, that aspect of control from you. It completely takes it away, and that interests me. Like, that makes me go, wow, this is such a compelling moment, because everything feels wrong. Okay. So we have an open door to the right. We have a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff here, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say this door is locked. Hey. Hey, Andy, don't forget me while you're doing that. Huh. Well, okay. Why don't we come inside? Light the place up a little bit. Give ourselves some room to see. I don't like this being open. Okay. So the obvious thing in this room is there's a key over there. And it wants us to pick it up, which we will. And of course, the second you do anything, something else happens. It's adorable, Andy. Yeah, come on in. Come on. Oh. That's aggressive. Maybe you should calm down first. And now we get to look around and the room just kind of returns to normal after looking pretty burnt and messed up. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, that is a very modern looking glasses case to me. And I don't know why that's the specific thing that sticks out to me, but like... Okay, April 6th. Found his little collection of empty bottles this morning. I reacted badly. We don't have a dog named Goldilocks, but we do have a dog named Appa. He is a flying sky bison, and he's adorable. Also, hi! DJ Penguin. That's amazing. But yes, there's a small dog in this apartment. Actually, Goldilocks will be played by our close friend Cactus Wife whenever she decides to come over and guest star. Well, girl, won over your boyfriend, but not you. Come on. Okay. That's just a smudge. That's not even a painting. We're not even trying anymore. Alright. So after our latest spoop, let's head outside this door and see the aftermath. So we have what appears to be something. Oh. Ooh. That was a fun one. That's arcane.
This is absolutely amazing. But those stairs, with With that leg of mine, I think you'll have to carry me to the bedroom once we move in.
So much spoop. Whack. So yeah, we see the trail of paint slash whatever else it could be, you know. Just kind of moving around the house, and it stops short of the door over here that we have the new key for. So we open it up. So we did see a room like this earlier, and on this wall here, it had some writing on it. So, why don't we go through here and see what happens. I also think it's interesting, like, almost all of the candles are lit except for this set. I don't think there's anything about it, it's just interesting design choice. Okay. Nothing in there. Paintings are sketch as fuck. Check. In we go. Hey, it's our bedroom. Oh, this is a wonderful one. And the record player is just straight up in the middle now. Do we still have all the liquor? No, the liquor's disappeared, but we do have
Honey, what in the world are you doing?
a violin.
What did the doctor say about straining yourself?
A burnt
Leave that
violin.
thing alone. It's not going anywhere.
Leaning more towards the, ooh. And our eyes just went full fishbowl after that. Wonderful. Leaning more into the storyline of his wife and her rehabilitation. The fire that obviously did something to her. Well, burned the fuck out of her, I think is the technical term. Oh, we have more jewelry. Hey, here's our first one. Prosthesis snatchers, insatiable bastards. Why the damn leg? Can't afford a new one. So, as mentioned earlier, our character actually has a prosthetic leg. And he has been having some visions of rats in his leg. This is one of several collectibles we can find throughout the game of, for some reason, rats just, for lack of a better word, plaguing this guy. And he seems to have some sort of obsession with them. But what the game wants us to do is grab our nice little record here, and let's play some soothing music, everybody. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Alright, crank away. They go around. That actually made it hilarious. I think we have to get this in the middle, though. I just want to see if it'll do that again, though. Oh, that's wonderful. That takes all the horror aspect out of that scene. Just having it super sped up and ridiculous. Yeah, thanks a lot for dropping in, DJ. It's nice to see a lot of more people here. I think we actually... It was disabled a little earlier. Let me see if I can re-enable it. But we hit the goal we were setting for actually the whole month on followers. So, like, it's just one big celebration here. Yeah, we did. I will look out for Can I Call You Joe then. And thank y'all for the support. You have a wonderful evening, as it's like 8:30 at night here. Okay, I promise you, I'm doing this right. Do you not like that switch being there? there we go. So the door is closed and locked now, of course, and melting. Ooh. Well, that's one way to relive a fire. Or whatever this is.
I needed a jar and a plastic tubing. I siphoned gas before. I knew how it was done. I stuck the tube in a vein, sucked on it, till blood filled my mouth. Then put the tube in the jar and it just kept coming. The taste of copper haunted me the entire night. Why didn't I think of a syringe?
So he literally sucked the blood out of somebody, and the taste of copper is what bothered him, not, the fact that he's bleeding somebody for art materials. This is for art materials, by the way. This is his paint. We found piece number 2. Now we're gonna play some music. Jumping all around, jumping all around.
Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must be glad. I stepped right on my toes, and when she bumped my nose, I fell, and when I rose, I felt ashamed. Stumbling all around, stumbling all around.
Jumping all around. Oh, can I still play this? Can I play it one more time?
Stumbling all around, stumbling all around, stumbling all around.
Hold on. There we go. Come on, one more for me. One more. I can't get over how much that's taking the fear out of that whole scene. Just being able to play it at like 500% speed. It's so adorable. Ridiculous. All right. Now that we have our second piece, let's go back to the drawing board. Oh. Form emerges from blood. So we have a new little note here. Can't stand seeing you like this. You're not well. You were sweating and shaking all night, and now there you are, locked in your workshop, as usual. This whole tortured artist nonsense has got to stop. Tortured artist in some big old air quotes. Alright. Are we ready to dispense of the blood flamingos here? Let's paint. And as it says, form emerges. I don't really know what the form is, but it does emerge. Oh, hey. I actually kind of like that. You can still see the base of the little blood flamingos in there, even if it is kind of covered up. I never noticed that detail before because I never closely looked at this creepy ass thing. But that's actually pretty cool. Alright, and that completes order of business number 2. So we've now got some skin and blood. Alright, our notes. What else did we gain? Hate, even now, lost alone. You deserve it. A grave for you. Finish it. Alright. Didn't have to close up. Thank you. So I think I got about one more in me.
Stop looking at me like that.
Ooh.
It's just a little something to help me focus on my work, that's all.
Oh, I've had a drink here the whole time and I completely forgot about it.
Drink it.
I'm drinking it. Lovely Brentley coming to remind me that I have alcohol that I can drink. It's not in my like active view though, so I'm not looking at it. Oh, you can almost read this. Oh my god. I don't know if you can actually read the inscription on this thing. It says, "Some liquid courage for your grand art opening." It's a great gift to give to an alcoholic. God, that's terrible. Alright. So normally these have nothing in them because they actually change between which chapters you're on. But every once in a while, there's a little tidbit. We've seen that one before though. So, we have our book of collections. Let's see if there's anything new. I don't know. I don't think the rat drawings go in here. I think this is for notes specifically. But we will find out real quick here. Nope. So where's the rat? There it is. This is our wall of rat drawings. With our prosthetic leg. So, throughout this game, there's actually, I believe, 3 different endings. And I am definitely headed for the normal ending, because I know there's stuff I've missed so far. So there's one ending, which is probably going to be the one that I get, and actually, I'll not spoil it. I'll let this come to its own fruition. But I'm more than likely going to get the standard ending to this game. And then there are 2 other endings you can get depending on what collectibles you have collected. One, concerning if you've gotten all of these rat pictures. Rodent seeds, rotten soil, nothing else grows. I see the dirt move. So if you're seeing dirt move, talk to your local psychologist or psychiatrist, because it's not supposed to do that. Oh, is this thing falling? Okay. Spooked me for a second. Oh, it moved all this furniture in front of this. Okay, so it doesn't want me to go that way. No more of that door. Sorry, buddy. Which means, this way ho. So yes, there's one ending that occurs if you get all of those rat drawings that your character goes through because he's having a bad time of it. And then there's one for collecting all of the other pieces of literature, all of the notes and stuff related to, mostly, your wife. About a boy who wakes up in a cave, he finds a mysterious note and a gun. He then journeys through various environments, woods, fields, rivers. Eventually, he winds up at a small cabin, where it turns out this has all been a product of his subconscious. Brought upon by a traumatic childhood memory, he killed a guy who had murdered his father. Pretty traumatic. In the real world, he's been drooling in a loony bin this whole time. Get it? The twist is sort of gimmicky, but I think it works. Could you storyboard it for me? If you're interested, I'll send you the details right away. Frankly, I think you should take this job. It pays well, and it would take your mind off of, well, you know, everything else. Wow, that's a deep read. Just being like, it could take your mind off your entire life right now. Just calm down. Please let me know as soon as possible. Thomas Caldwell, who we've seen notes from before. I think that's actually your character's agent. Okay. So we can't go that way, and that's cool because it's just a dark hallway. Goodbye. So, let us leave. I love how I approached that door and the light all faded. I think that's a very cool effect. Because, like, this is producing light still, but it sets the atmosphere so for what you're coming into. Well, yep, let's go get spooked. What is it? Oh gosh. Don't you love those things where you're like, didn't you just see that there? That, right there. Fuck. So, she's not looking to be having the greatest of times. Ooh, another rat picture. What do we got? Haunting mimics. Oh god. Rats in a full three-piece suit. That sounds terrifying. Knock, knock, knock. Not gonna let them in. Only clothes left behind. Well, that's creepy. And some dishware. Alright, so let's continue onwards in our escape into our minds. Oh, is this the one? I think this is the one. Creator's block. Oh, it's like it has a physical manifestation. Now, 10 guesses what's going to happen when we turn around. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, gosh, yes. I love this gimmick so much. I do. I think it is just fantastic to limit your character's point of view, and then you have this aspect of, well, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? It terrifies you for a few minutes until you keep on turning, and then it goes, oh, we're giving you an option. You're not going to enjoy it, but we're giving it to you. Never gets old. Also, dolls. I heard y'all liked dolls. Do ya? Do ya? Okay, let's move on. Let's get out of here. I don't like dolls. So we have some more of our ruined house, which we've seen a couple different iterations where it's just kind of destroyed. God, that looks creepier with the light shining on the shadow. Oh, that is a great use of lighting. Okay, continue onwards. Ooh. Oh, yes. Yes! Oh, I love that. I love that. It makes you look through this picture, this mirror, and then literally just changes everything else around you. God, that is such a good way to tell a story. Such a good way to make your players uncomfortable. Because it changes everything about what you're about to do. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. What do we got? Don't forget, Wednesday, June 9th. I think that's their wedding anniversary. I think that's what we saw earlier on the invitation card that we saw. So this is probably another helpful hint that your wife left you, and you're just kind of a terrible person and forgot about it. Stop being a terrible person. Okay, so doors exploding, because I went to reach for that, if you didn't notice, and it just kind of, it really flew off the wall. It really just had a fit about it. Oh, I had a key to this chest. What's in this chest? If I can open it. Dead mice. Dead mice are in this chest. God, that's something. Okay, May 23rd. How can two people who once loved each other so fully, so profoundly, drift so far apart? My husband barely speaks to me anymore. He just slithers in and out of his study. Slithers. I like that as a descriptive word. It's very, very leading. It gives you a good picture. Obsessively working on one failed painting after another. Ooh, ouch. He won't even sleep with me anymore. I can tell he's disgusted by me. The look he gave me the other day, that pathetic, hurtful look, a combination of shame, guilt, and repulsion. I have come to realize that I have become a monster in my husband's eyes. It feels like nothing a woman should ever experience. Still, being the good wife that I am, I decided to realize my husband's fantasy. If he thinks me a monster, I will sure as hell act the part. Oh, I love that. It also very much comes into play into what you're experiencing right now, because a lot of this is the character having a mental break, albeit like the draining blood from things and skinning things is definitely not just a mental break. That's definitely him doing some really fucked up stuff. But like we see apparitions of your wife in, like we've seen them so far, and it's always this distorted monster figure, and that is such an interesting take to me, especially from this idea of mental health where this guy's not in an okay place, and seeing a letter like this makes him think there's a literal monster running around who is my wife. So let's go get attacked by monster after I take a drink. Okay, into the fray. Open sesame. A nice dimly lit room, one of many. I enjoy this. Oh, lights, camera, action. Okay. And for anybody who's been recently joining us, hello, my name is Kyle. This is my first solo stream on here, so please let me know if I'm doing awful. I would really love the input. And this is the channel of the Three Bears Gaming. And if you haven't yet, feel free to favorite us. We're looking for all the support you guys have, because we really like doing this so far, and it's been a lot of fun. Okay, so our note here, more notes today, even worse than before. The sad part is, I agree with every word. Ooh, there's definitely a lot of disdain in this household. Okay, so this intersection looks very familiar. That actually looks like the door we went into originally, and that was the one that was covered by furniture. Looks like they have different problems now. Oh, that's interesting to me. You can see the rain outside out the windows, but the sound effect is coming from inside this wall. That's really interesting to me, why they would pick that side. Okay, anything interesting? We have nothing. And more nothing. Hey, Dominoes is pretty great, though. We could play a game of Dominoes. Does anybody have the, that new Switch, all those... I don't forget what they call it, the collection of games on the Switch that's just like a whole bunch of home board games. Ooh. So what if I don't go that way, huh? What are you gonna do, game? Now that I've opened the door, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, it actually does let me go this way if I want. Oh yes, bring me into this. Blind fools, cretins, blind fools. Everyone's a critic. Ain't that the truth, dude? Ain't that the truth? So let's go into our art block issue. Oh, it's our smile. Yes. Everybody loves our smile. Oh, there's actually something of note here. Oh, some shades.
You ordered a true portrait, so that's what I painted, you fucking pleb. Maybe I need to kick some artistic sense in your stupid face.
Was the word pleb just used in our artistic piece? I don't know how I feel about that. You could have used the word cretin, or where's the other one? Simpleton? Blind fools? Ignorant? Well, pleb? Gosh, that's a choice. That is a choice, and I am sorry you made it. Oh, hey, this thing's knocked over now. Wonderful. All right, so let's get back on track. So here we go. We have a little overview area here. Let's see. So that leads down, it looks like, and this is locked. Why is it always locked? Why can't you just let me through the door? I know it's a metaphor. Don't shut up. Just let me through the door. Okay, so we go to the section downstairs here. Look up at what we just were. Let's have a look around. See what titillating, tantalizing new things we can discover. definitely a library. There's a lot of books. Ooh, here's something. Nope, nope, nope. Not interactable. Not important. Not important. And I can't. Oh. Oh no. For a second I thought it was letting me go. It is letting me go up the ladder. What? Well, in that case, girl, can I push this over? I can? Oh, physics. I love physics in the game. Just some good ass physics, you know? Ugh. Gets me excited. What do we have here? We have a key. That's the key I needed. Anything else up here? No, no, of course not. That'd be too interesting. Okay, what's over here? You're a door, but you're not a locked door, and I have a key. I'm gonna use my patriotic ability to key. I don't know where that came from, but I'm using it. I'm doing it. We're making it happen. Okay, here we go. Locked door no more. Open sesame. Oh. That is unfortunate. Well, the real question is, did our character make those burn holes in his wife? Or was that a, something that happened during the fire that disfigured her? I'm leaning towards option 1. Because there's a lot of hate going on around this household. There's not enough love. We need more love in our lives. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Ha 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 ha, going in circles, they say. Oh. Going in circles, they say. Hello? 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 My name is... Oh.
Hello? Yes, speaking. What? What fire?
What fire?
Oh, God. Is she... Which hospital? I'm on my way.
That is unfortunate. Okay. This is different, I think. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Haha. We defeated you, small Chernobyl area. Restless memories. And, some fruit stains. Definitely fruit stains. Yes, absolutely. Oh. Calm down. Oh, shit. Rats. Rats. Flapping horror. Be quiet. Oh, constantly flapping. Eating other rats. think that says used thoughts. Is there a light switch? I want to say there is. Ow, that's weird. It's like this one wall is flipped right side up. Here's the light switch. And then everything was normal again. Oh. And this door's got some, it's got some splaining to do, Lucy. Are you? No, you're not the statue yet. One of these statues, I swear to you, one of these statues is going to be important. They're busty busts. Okay, onwards we go into the door that had a bunch of black ink / blood all over it. Oh. Okay. So just really wanted me to come back this way, I guess. Bottle. Booze. Give me the booze. Give me the booze. Give me the booze. Give me the booze. Give it to me. Hold on. There's the booze. Hope is the mind killer. I don't know if that's a quote from something. I think it's Dune? It's not hope. It's supposed to be something else. Fear. Fear is the mind killers. What? Choices. Alright. Back into the murder raider. Which way are we going this time? Down. And drop. I know what's going to happen because it'd be the scariest thing to happen, is it to just drop. Huh, okay. Missed opportunities. What do we got here? I'm going. I think I'm actually pretty close to completing the third part, and then I'll probably end the stream there, because I don't want to be here all night. In any case, as your lawyer, I advise you to refrain from any imprudent actions. In other words, don't do anything stupid. We still have a chance of winning this, believe it or not. I've gotten clients out of deeper shit than this. Just don't make it any worse. Lay low for a while and let me appeal the court system. The court order. This social worker definitely has it in for you. We can use that to our advantage. Portray you as a victim of the system. A husband in mourning. A momentary lapse of reason. An overzealous bureaucrat. Trust me, this is our best option. Considering what you've been through lately, I see we have a good 50-50 chance of a good outcome. But not if you keep trying to convince everyone that you've gone completely insane. No more outbursts. No more rambling. Better yet, no public appearances whatsoever. You can still get your dog. Huh. So, sounds like your wife kind of died. Or was killed. You guys are adorable. Have I said that today? Yes, you are. Alright. Well, goodbye lights. Open door. Door is openable. So what do we have? We have this door here, which I can go through. We have this little section back here. Yes. What is this? Looks like it's looks into a pantry that I can't go to. Okay, moving on. Fucking rats! I swear to God, I'm gonna kill them. Where's my pitchfork? Oh. I said, where's my pitchfork? Well, okay. You're open. And lead into a bathroom. And... oh, so I don't actually have to go into the bathroom. Although I think I want to. I think there's something in there. There's something in every room in this place. It's pretty impressive. Why does it always have to be dolls? Huh, interesting. Silent floaters. They clog the drains. Fur in the water. No baths for me. Oh. Goodbye. Oh. Hello. Well, I think that's a good enough time to leave, if any. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Alright. Man, a lot more rats popping up now. Kinda hate it. Huh. The lights don't actually affect the lights. Great. Huh, I expected the door to slam on me or something. No, this is just a little pantry, I guess. You know what we are gonna do, though? Oh crap, I unlocked it. It's now unlocked forever. Ow. Interesting. Okay. So we continue on here. We have another door to open that's locked. Why do I feel like this one back here had a key in it? God dang it, game. Why do you gotta do this to me? Why, oh why? Yes, I know, I'm stepping on broken glass. You're not helping. Scale. Rope, cloth, more booze. Could definitely use that. Well, I guess we will never know. Wait. What the? Didn't I just... It's not strange at all. No, everything's fine. What are you talking about? I didn't just see the same room twice. 3, I swear to God. So wait, did this one have... No, this one is just straight up locked. Interesting. Wonder why that is. Well, okay. It's okay. I didn't want any answers. You can just close right out. Yeah, that's fine. Goodbye. Oh, so doors on all sides. Where does this one lead? Is it nowhere? Gasp, it's nowhere. How about this one? Does this one lead nowhere? Oh my god. It doesn't lead anywhere. What about this one now? But I wanted you to lead nowhere. Oh well. This looks very cultish. Oh. Oh, damn. That is a visual effect right out of a fucking Nintendo 64 Zelda game. Curved hallways. Oof. Well. Oh, and down to the basement. Everybody loves the basement. It's where all the fun stuff happens. This is actually the room I avoided in the beginning because it's awful. Awful scary, that is. See, it's just so big and has so much potential. Well, let's get started. The game is pushing you towards the piano. So everything's uncovered now. Well, everything in there. It actually lets me move around a little bit in here now. Ooh. That's a good old dark feeling. You get this like almost vibration sound, and everything you approach just starts burning clothwise. Which is a great effect. Like having that focus on your own character. Oh, hey, how's it going? Because those clouds over there weren't burning up until my character literally walked towards them, and then it started going. I don't think there's anything else over here. So let's go play the piano again. Well, isn't that hauntingly comforting? All this stuff just starts floating. You just freely push it around, and then it drops whenever the music stops. Ah. It drops as the music keeps getting messed up. Almost like they can't play anymore.
I needed to remove the flesh from the bone. At first, I was lost as to how. But then I sawed it off with a handsaw, boiled it, then put the bone in a mortar. I had to get one. Obviously, this was not something I'd done before. Finally, I mixed the dust with some white paint, made for a lovely undercoat.
Yes. A lovely undercoat. And, everything's just back to how it was. Yes. Okay. Well, back up to the drawing board. Man, I love how this game commits to that limp. Ooh, we look a little bit messier than last time. Made some progress, it looks like. Well, let's see what our newest layer looks like. feel like it's starting to take on some sort of shape, some sort of face, maybe a body. Yeah, it's very grotesque. Nipple eyes. Nipple eyes. So we have our third cabinet and our third piece to our wonderful painting revealed, as well as little excerpts for our disgusting acquisition methods. So, we have a couple more things to look at. I think we have "You Always Will Be a Grotesque Misunderstanding." This has been added to our little note here to ourselves, or to whomever wrote this. And I feel like there's one more little piece around here, because there's usually another note just kind of strewn about randomly. No, because that's the one where she's just upset that we keep using notes. Alright, but I think that is actually it for this. I'm going to call the stream here because that is a good halfway point through this. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm happy to see I was at least somewhat entertaining, kept a couple people around. And, we'll get back to this. I should be streaming tomorrow after work, provided it's not too much of a busy day. But I should be back tomorrow. I was thinking around 7 o'clock again, and we'll take it from there. So, thank you so much, and have a good evening.